Hey love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know more. And if you feel like the videos just really give you a good vibe, where uplift or something that you really truly needed to get you through your day, you know, go ahead and give a thumbs up and share. It'll be greatly appreciated. Sending so much love, light, whatever you're needing to get through, you know, just to be able to find your purpose of path, purpose, whatever. Just to be able to find the upliftment of you. And you know, whatever you're needing, just sending that back towards you. It's a million times fold. And anybody who's coming in with nefarious vibes, any evil vibe, whatever you're trying to do, I'm sending that back a million times fold. You know, except with mine is going to be upliftment and healing. So everything is guided, you know, strongly guided, strongly protected, and heavily loved. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, sometimes you gotta fail to succeed. The mighty power of your glow up. It's true. You know how many times when you've gone through different things into your life, you know, sometimes it's hard for us to really step foot on something that's, you know, foreign to us. And it'll be those different things where you may think, oh, I don't have what it takes to be able to do this, or, you know, this is something I've never even thought about doing, and I just really don't know. And sometimes it'll be at those point in times when you are really heading towards that way, like universe and God puts this inside in your mind, saying this can actually be able to create, you know, just go ahead and start writing your different things down, being able to keep them to yourself, you know, moving in silence and different stuff. And you're starting to discover different parts of yourself that didn't know was possible. You know, I've said these different times before, where you don't know. It's like a lot of times your ultimate fail is a powerful preparation for succeed in some kind of way. You know, because there'll be different people that will say, you know, the most successful people have said, you know, hey, I don't fell back, you know, I don't fell down, you know, I gave up on myself, I didn't have the right, you know, ingredients to be able to get this and this, that done, but it took something to really F up in my life to really, you know, really prepare me for something I never knew it was possible, you know. And there's a lot of people, you know, there's some people in the world that, you know, have things is passed down towards them, you know, something in the, you know, in the family that they already have, and it's passed over towards that, so they already know the books early. But there'll be certain things into your life where you're discovering something different. You know, you might be in a family where there's a whole bunch of lawyers, or there's a whole bunch of doctors or teachers, and you're doing something just totally different, you know. And sometimes family members are like, well, no, you know, we did all this, and it's just like, you know, if this is not where you feel like you need to be heading towards, you do what makes you happy. You know, it may upset your family or something like that, because you are that one that's stepping out of the norm of what the family, you know, really gathers for. And those are the different things, you know, because it's like when I look at all the different things that have taken place into my life, where it's really brought me some structure. I never thought, you know, 10-15 years ago that I would be sitting up here doing YouTube videos, you know, making podcasts, being able to connect with other people, you know, and just doing different things in my life where, you know, I'm sharing my life, you know, things that weren't, you know, the best things I was proud of, but just being able to tell people, you know, never be ashamed of your past, you know, if it's creating something, you know, you've been far more better than what you were doing in the past, you know, you allow yourself to own that, you know, because if it wouldn't be for those situations, then, you know, never to be ashamed of it or regretful, but just being able to know if that really transformed you into something that was so much better, you know, own those different things that's taking place into your life. You never know how far it's going to get you. You know, I've told people, you know, I used to be addicted to opiates really bad. I've OD'd a couple of times. You know, I used to be a functioning, you know, pot smoker. You know, heavy drinker, different things like that. And it was just like not doing those different things anymore, because it was like me basically feeding my pain, just being able to coddle myself in different ways of how, I just dealt with, toxicity within my life like that. And it was just something that, I was always told it was frowned upon, like, hey, you never know what you're going to do in your future. So, it's not something that you really need to tell anybody. And it's just like, if I don't, I used to be embarrassed of stuff like that, but then it was just like, don't be embarrassed of those different things. I don't do it. It's not judgment on anybody else who does it. It is, whatever it is, whatever floats your boat, floats your boat. It wasn't easy for me to walk away from it, because I did it cold turkey, a lot of times. You're able to do that, especially, I used to smoke cigarettes too as well, especially when things got really stressful. I just, I've been doing those on and off since I was, 12, and it was just like so many different changes that has taken place in my life, so many traumatic situations that I went through, and it was just so much has changed in my life for the better because of those different things that I went through. Just being able to transform my life, I can say my past self to my present self is pretty, is proud of myself, because I never thought that I would be able to do it. It was so hard for me to walk away from cigarettes, but then it got to that point where, it made my hair stink, it made my hands stink, and my clothes was stinking, and, it makes your breath stink and all that stuff. And it was just so many different things that took place in my life where, I can look back and then I'm proud of myself, because there'll be so many different things that I've gone through to where it makes you want to go back to those old ways. And it'll be just those different things that you allowed yourself to meditate, you allowed yourself to, work out, or, sing, or do something that was, positive. It was a very positive outlet, just like, I tell people my videos is a positive outlet for me, especially when I know it was my purpose. When I get so much beautiful feedback from what I'm getting through, is like, hey, Roslynn, you there's so many different things you speak upon. Let me know I'm not, on this journey alone. No, you're not. There's so many people that are going through different things into their life, and you're really trying to manifest something to be something you probably never imagined yourself of being. And I always tell people, take that day by day. Even where I'm not exactly where I want to be at, but it's just like, I'm just proud of how far I've come. Because it takes a lot, especially when you know what you're going through, what you're facing out into the world, and it's not easy what you're going through. But it's just like, I feel like it's more regret into your life when you allow yourself to quit and give up. I feel like there's nothing but a failure but not to try. That's where your ultimate failure is not to try. But not the fact is that you went through different vibes of yourself where you had hasty decisions, where you just jumped into something because it sounded good, and then you found out it was like, I shouldn't have did that, and those are the different things. But it's like, don't regret those things, don't hold remorse for it to yourself to where you're like, oh, I regret that, I resent that. No, don't do that, but learn the lessons from it. When you're jumping into something you don't really fully understand, what you're jumping into, or you may be in a stressful situation right now and you see something that comes up that just looks like the best thing to slice bread, and it'll be, those are the different things that God will put into your life. It's like, are you willing to go through these different hardships that you're going through, these different struggles that you're going through, or you're going to jump into something that may sound good, but it could be like, like a pyramid scheme of a situation where it is not exactly what it seems to be. And it'll be something that'll take you back 20 paces back from further than you were when you were going through the struggles you're going through. And a lot of times those are teaching you everything that glitters is not gold. Just because something seems like it'd be easier path to be able to go through because you don't want to go through those struggles, is better a lot of times, because you seem to appreciate more when you go through that. And then those are the different things, like, I tell people, when you're going through different things like that, you got straight hurdles that you're jumping through, or you got speed bumps that you're going through it. When you're going through stuff like that, they're showing you you're on the right path, but it's going to put different hardship into your life, because anything that is going to really bless your life, it's not going to be something that's going to come easy for you. You're going to have different things where you're going to doubt yourself. You're going to have people that are going to do all the things they can to place, all kind of fear into your, breathe fear all into whatever you're trying to manifest, or different things that takes into your life where you're getting impatient because it's taking too long to get there, and you're at that vibe like, everybody else is getting their situations, like you see somebody is going for the same thing that you're going for, and then you're seeing that you may feel some type of way, and you're like, this person has that, and that'll be a very bad stress dealer. When you're allowing yourself to compare your life to somebody else, you never know how long that person was on that journey. You never know what that person had to sacrifice. You never know what that person had to give up, or how many times they had to press the reset button, or how many times they had to keep thriving to do that, how many times they don't fell back and had that, or different connections that they had to get to where they have to get. So it's just like, we can't compare our lives to somebody else's, but it's just at that point where there's going to be some times where you're going to go through that struggle. There's going to be some times where it's going to be placed in confusion. It'll be some times where you're just aggravated with yourself, like, why am I allowing myself to, why am I working so hard? It reminds me of the song with Janae Aiko. I love being able to sing that song, Born Tired, and it would be just like, why am I, it'll be a verse she has, why am I trying? And it's like, look how far you have come, look how far, look at all you got going, and then it's just like, you can be born tired, but that doesn't mean that hardship that you may be going through can't take you somewhere, but it'll be that point where you're going to have to be determined to do that, especially if you live in a mediocre life, and it can be those different things where you can be so extraordinary, but you being extraordinary may take a lot of hard work that you have not had to experience before. But it's just like, there'll be sometimes you're gonna have to do some things you have not done before, but it's up to you. Do you want to be able to create this life for yourself? Yeah, you may have a couple of setbacks, but it's preparing you for a powerful comeback. You go through a different downfall, and it's preparing you for an upgrade, a glow up, a show up. You got to be able to show up for yourself. You don't believe in yourself, who the heck will? If you're not showing up for yourself, who will? There'll be different times you may go through something and you're not getting the support that you may have gave somebody else, and that's showing you where this is where you need to stand up on your own. This is certain things that you're gonna have to do. It'll be sometimes you probably used to buddying up with somebody to be able to get something like, oh well, we had this project and it was really profitable, or something like that. Or you had a project with somebody and they stole your stuff and just headed for the hills and didn't even think about you, didn't even look back. And it'll be those things where you're very betrayed. But there's a lot of times where I've been in situations like that, and I've heard a lot of people going through that, and sometimes you needed to be able to see that. A lot of times where you're going through different things into your life where things are really dark, they needed you to be able to see the different people that are in your life that are really believing you, really nurturing you, giving you that word of encouragement, being able to see the possibility of your moments of doubt, being able to show you the light in your moments of darkness. And those are the different things that goes into your life where you're going through so many changes, you're going through so many upheavals, you're going through stressful moments, you don't know where you're going. But these are those different times where it's like, believe in yourself. Just don't allow yourself to just give up on those things. It's so easy to give up when things are really getting hot and heavy for you. But those are the times where it's allowing you to challenge yourself. There'll be so many different times where I done gave up on stuff. And my mom used to always get after me like that. She said, you gonna miss out on a lot of blessings because you giving up on stuff real quick. And the devil be hoping you do, because he see the potential and the light that you carry within yourself, and praying to God that you don't. It'll be those different times where you're gonna see parts of yourself that you didn't even know that was there, that you didn't even know existed. Through those moments of going through heavy transformation, going through those different times where you don't see there's an end, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and come to find out when you're discovering all these different things, you see that you are the light. You are the end of the tunnel, but you had to be able to discover these different things through your life, through dark moments into your life, through times where you didn't see that things that you really felt like you couldn't overcome, you know. But when you allow yourself, and it's hard when you got it, belief, faith, and patience. Those are the three challenges that you are really gonna go through, that where you're really having to pull patience with yourself, because there will be a lot of times when there are certain things that's gonna come into your life that's really gonna blow you up in a way. You gonna go through so many different things to where, you know, I've had, you know, different friends come and tell me like, Roslynn, I really want to do this, you know, you gave me some good insight about it, but I really don't, you know, I really don't know if I have what it takes to be able to do that. I say, yes, you do. I done seen that light into you. I done seen that animal that's in there that's hungry for that fight. I done seen it. You know, and I'm that the type of person where I wish I had these type of people in my life that I'm giving somebody else that word of encouragement. Even if I'm not exactly where I am, I'm still working hard, whether or not people see it or not. It's up for me to be able to prove to me. It's not to prove to anybody else, because if it'll be the right people, the right people are going to be able to see it. The right people are going to be able to know about it, you know. And that's why I love my channel. There'll be a lot of people that, you know, that didn't believe in me. There'll be a lot of people that were intimidated by me, but there'll be a lot of people who are like, you know what, I'm glad I grouped up with her, I'm glad I connected with her, because there will be so many different things that I went through and I didn't understand, or there's so many different things that I have in common with her, and it makes me believe in myself. You know, just being able to connect with y'all, it makes me believe in myself on a lot of different things that I had doubt on, you know. But just being able to be transparent on those different things, what we go through is not easy. You know, anytime you're trying to create something better, anytime you're trying to create something that's foreign to you, it's not going to be easy. But it'll be those times where those are the beneficial times for you, where you're creating success through moments of failure, you know. And being able to do that, it creates something so beautiful, and you'll be at that point where you're like tears of joy saying, I appreciate those down moments. I appreciate the people that left me behind. I appreciate the different people that tried to do all they could do is breathe fear into my dreams or whatever I was trying to manifest into my life. But I also appreciate the people that stood by my side and gave me encouragement when I was falling short, or just, you know, got on my behind when I was really not giving my full power, or, you know, whatever. I'm trying to find that word, that full me. You know, I wasn't giving it the whole me like I should be giving. You know, when you caught yourself slipping, you need those type of people in your life. And when you got somebody in your life to see that you're not being all what you were cracked up to be, it's like, you know what, I done seen that power in you, and I done seen that light, and I done seen that warrior within you. Where is it at? You're like, what you mean? You know, I've been having a down moment, but you've been on this down moment for a while. Why are you sitting there? You know, yeah, it's hard, but it'd be even harder to be in a situation you're no longer needed in, or it was just there for a moment, and you making it as a season for a reason to keep being there. Or don't use that as the excuse to keep you back. Don't use that as the excuse to create doubt within your life. That's when moments right there is really going to prove to yourself, if you can make it through this, you can make it through anything. But sometimes it's going to take you to really have to go through some stuff to get through it, to get to it, you know. So allow yourself to really keep going into your life. You know, if you keep going through failures, or there's different things that you know that you want to really create into your life, you know, you're going through a rebirth within yourself right now, even on the things where you're making a journey for yourself to make better for yourself. So when you're going through that, you're going through a rebirth of a lot of stuff. And it's just like, if you're a mom, you know, or you've been pregnant before, you really know those stages. It really takes you through stuff. You got cramps, you know, you got morning sickness, headaches, you know, swelling, you know, going through all hormonal stuff. And so if you're a man, you know, you're just lucky. You know, you help us get that way, but, you know, you ain't got to really deal with that stuff unless you're going through father sympathy, and God bless you for that. You're going through something like that, but you're really allowing yourself to really go up. Do not give up on yourself. Anything that is a failure but to try. Do not allow yourself to do that. If you got to take a pause for the cause, you do that, but you jump right back on there. Get serious about yourself, you know, because there's, you know, everything you want is past fear and doubt. You know, there'll be everything you want to hang out with, but the last thing you want to sit up here and want to hang out with is fear and doubt. So I hope you were able to resonate with this video. Much love to y'all. I would just thank you for all the love and support that y'all constantly give me, all the comments that you drop down. Please, give me insight on how you feel about the video and different things you may be going through at this point. We're all growing to get there, and just being able to be that you may be that flower that's going through the concrete, and you really don't find flowers going through the concrete, and when it's there, it has a purpose. So I hope you are able to resonate with the content of this video. I hope you have a blessed, prosperous weekend or week whenever this video comes out. Please be safe and responsible at every single thing you do. Even through your social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know, all those things to really take somebody a long way. And just for you doing it with all positive intent, with love and light, it's going to take you even further. So much love to you. Please don't sleep on yourself. Stay woke. God sees your potential, but so does the devil. So do not sleep on yourself. So I'll see you on my next video. I love y'all so much. So shalom. I say peace. Namaste. God bless. Talk to you later.